Hey, is it possible this video showing a gigantic snake is real? Is this a picture of the real Bart Simpson? And did a guy really rob a store by pretending to be a mannequin in the front window display until after the store closed? I've got answers to all those mysteries, plus answers on a couple other items that you guys sent in. Hey guys, Bill here. You know, I got so many good submissions this week, I decided to just kind of do a roundup of some of the best stuff that came in. So here we go. First up is this video. It was sent in by Adam Norrie, Ripple Z, and DJ Herman, just to name a few, and shows what looks like a monster snake recorded inside of a barn. DJ wrote, "Hey Bill, is this snake for real? I hope it's fake." DJ, I'm with you on this one. As I'm sitting here looking at this video, it doesn't look CGI or anything like that. I mean, it's just too, there's too much detail in it. Usually CGI, you can see, you know, artifacts, blurring, things like that. This thing looks 100% like it's real. Now, the weird thing, I'm going to back it up here a little bit. The weird thing is if we look at the beginning of the video, you see the head of this snake coming over that fence or whatever that is. But look close. It's got a rope around its neck. So I don't know what the story is with that. Maybe a pet snake trying to get away or something. I don't know. Let's see. Let's continue on here. Man, that thing is big. Whoa, look at that. Huge. Oh, wow. What was that? Let me back it up here a little bit. And, oh, yeah, look, there's a guy there. Let me see if I can get in. Yeah, there's a guy. We only see a little bit of his face, but it's enough to give us enough perspective to kind of gauge the size of this thing. You know, when I first saw it, I thought maybe we're looking at a chicken coop, you know, that kind of looks like a barn or a shed. But now with this guy in here, that is a full-size shed, you know, a human being can stand up in, which means that snake is gigantic. Let's move on here. All right, so it's got a big bulge right there in the middle, so this thing just ate something, that's for sure. Oh yeah, now, oh wow, look at that. Now there's his head right there, and now we can really see the rope. I mean, who put the rope around this thing's head? Now I want to know who that is. That's a person with, you know, some courage, yeah, let's say. Now we'll go on, and it's just a struggle between the snake and that rope, and well, that's the end of the video. So looking at back over it real quick here, this is definitely not an anaconda, because the anaconda markings are a lot different than that. Here's what an anaconda looks like, and here's what this is. You know what this looks like? This looks like a python, and pythons in Asia are I think they have the record for the biggest snakes in the world. So we're going to do a little more research on this one. It only took a couple of internet searches to get to the bottom of this one. And guess what? It's real. It's a giant reticulated python from India that just consumed a baby calf, but got caught by the farmer who owned the calf during the getaway. Turns out Indian pythons are considered the smaller version of the creature, as they only grow to 21 feet. Really? I wonder how big the big ones get. I don't know what eventually happened to the snake, but I'm sure it's not good. Next up is this picture sent in by Brandon Talbot. Brandon wrote, "I found this picture of a real-life Bart Simpson. Is it real or fake?" Brandon, you know, I think it would be really cool if there was a real Bart Simpson out there, and who knows, maybe there really is one. But this guy, he's not the real Bart Simpson. This is just some 3D model art from an artist named Hussein Diba. And if you look at the text just below the picture, which is always a good idea, it says right there that it's art. Here's a photo sent in by Derek Jibes, which claims to show a real horseshoe crab at the bottom of the ocean. Derek, I don't know about this one. I mean, I've seen a lot of horseshoe crabs, you know, on all the different beaches that I've been to around the world. And, well, they kind of look more like this, okay? Now, what that thing is, what that looks like to me, looks like some kind of, you know, oil drilling equipment, maybe a oil driller left behind, you know, on the floor of the ocean down there. So, well, I guess let's do this. What do you guys think? Do you think this is a real horseshoe crab? Very special metallic looking horseshoe crab? Or are we looking at maybe somebody accidentally dropped their robot floor cleaner over the side of a boat or something? I don't know, but I do have this, and that's the official answer. So we say we just go in here, get out the official answer, and we'll find out whether that's a real horseshoe crab, or as I predict, some kind of equipment or something that fell down there that somebody took a picture of and tried to make us believe it's a horseshoe. All right, so give me a second. Let me take a look at this. It says, based on all the information gathered, the final determination is... All right. Well, let me put it to you this way. If you voted real, okay, guess what? You're right. It's real. That's right. What we're looking at is a tri-spine horseshoe crab at the bottom of the sea in the Philippines. Photographer Laurent Balesta took this shot, and guess what? He won the Wildlife Picture of the Year award from the Natural History Museum in London. Wow. Way to go, Laurent. Good job. Hey, before we go on to our last item today, I want to just take a quick second to show you this picture that was sent in by Jacob Lukens. Jacob said the sight of the telephone pole with the vines growing on it reminded him of some very famous character. You know who he is. Siren Head. Yeah. Jacob, I can see what you were looking at here, and wow, great imagination. Love it. Thank you. Okay, our last submission today comes from Greta Gibbons. It's a post that claims the man standing in the window went into a shop, then slipped into the display window without anyone seeing him. He then stood there motionless for hours like a mannequin until the shop finally closed. Once everyone was gone, he came back to life and robbed the store. I don't know. I mean, that seems like a bit of a stretch to me. I mean, what do you think? I mean, if you sit down and think about it, right? This guy walks into a store, right? Like he's going to do some shopping. It's a jewelry store, apparently. And he slowly steps into the front window display with nobody noticing doing that, and then just stands there, right? I mean, is that possible? I mean, the only time I know of something like that working actually happens at my house every winter. I have a fish pond, and every winter this blue heron shows up when he gets hungry, and he goes down and tries to get the fish, the goldfish, and the koi out of my fish pond. And the way he does it is exactly the same way as this guy's doing it. He comes in, he walks up, all the fish, they all disappear. But then he just stands there like a statue for hours, doesn't move. And then gradually the fish get curious and they start coming back out. Well, they're not really curious, they're just not afraid. And they come back out and they don't see anything moving, so they're just kind of doing their thing. And then all of a sudden, right? And they're like, hey, where did Larry go? You know? And he does this every year. So it just goes to show you that that technique works for the blue heron. Well, until I start putting a net over my pond in the winter. But it did work for him. And who knows, maybe it worked for this guy too. Just standing there long enough, people forgot about him. So let's see what we got here. And according to the red envelope official answer, what we're looking at and the claim of what we're looking at. Well, guess what? This is a hoax, right? No, as in real hoax. He hoaxed them. It happened in Warsaw, Poland not long ago. The 22-year-old man successfully robbed the store of some expensive jewelry, but was later caught by police when he decided to raid a bar restaurant in the closed shopping mall that this store was attached to. You know, I really got to hand it to this guy. I mean, that was a pretty clever idea he had. Not that it was a good idea, because, you know, obviously it's very bad to be robbing jewelry stores, but, you know, he did come up with a way to do it, and he actually pulled it off. Now, the ironic thing about this guy is how stupid he was at the same time, because, you know, his success in the store, he could have just walked away and probably got away with it, but no. He had to go into the mall and then go steal some food out of a refrigerator somewhere, and that's how he got caught. What are you gonna say? Well, I hope you liked the show this week, and I hope you come back next week. If you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, and do me a favor, guys, help me out. Hit that like button. Hey, don't go away just yet. There are a whole lot more real or fakes you can look at. Just go ahead and click on one.